Welcome into another telecast of LMC Varsity Sports. I'm Charlie McGraw alongside LMC Community Sports producer Rob Moretti in the truck, and Chris Lavinia is our cameraman as we are underway. Valhalla and Rhinebeck. We are about 10-15 minutes late. Valhalla didn't arrive till about 4:15. Originally the scoreboard was going to do 2:35s, then the refs told them to do 2:40s. I just spoke to the ref too, and they said he doesn't see them finishing the second half, but that they would start it at the 2:40s. So I guess the earlier you score, the better in this one. Is supposed to be 2:40s, but we probably won't get there as it was cloudy all day, and it'll be tough to finish this one. Nonetheless, Rhinebeck has the first shot, but it's wide, so it'll be a goal, actually a corner kick, as it went off the Valhalla defender. So we'll have the first corner of the game, and Rhinebeck, who's off to a great start this year, 5-3. Valhalla's 0-3 with about 3 or 4 games postponed due to rain and the COVID. Rhinebeck has had all their games, one of the rare teams in Section 1 who have played all their games that has been scheduled. And that one went off a Rhinebeck body, and it went the other way, so it went to Valhalla. Rhinebeck has it far side. That is Angeline Medina, one of the leading scorers. She crosses it, and it is knocked back to her, but she can't get there, and Valhalla. And Medina will steal it right back, and she'll cross it again, and it's wide, and a goal kick. Good try, but just a bit wide. As you're watching us live here on LMC Media, YouTube, and on LMC Media, online or on TV and on YouTube. Thanks so much for joining us here for this live game. As this one will be played forward. Actually, we started, it's 37:30 left, and it's 4:41, so we started about 4:37, but with all the clouds, and the sun did not come out once today. So I and Rob were surprised we played this game, because with the grass field, it rained, it drizzled. It only drizzled, not all day, but in the morning, and I think overnight briefly. As that one's off the body of Medina, but it's saved by the goalie, Allison Langloss. Almost a knee / a body, like chest goal for Medina, but it was saved by Langloss as it was right at her. First shot on target, first save for Langloss. And a free kick, as that was a handball on Rhinebeck. Coming for Valhalla. Valhalla looking for their first win of the season, as they're 0-3 with Coach Matt Pringle at the helm. Rhinebeck is 5-3 with Coach Amy Bushnell, assisted by Susan Hannon. Saved it on the line. Good job by Rhinebeck. And that was Emma Young. Good job to save it. And Rhinebeck was able to keep it, and Medina has it as they switch the fields with it. They play it back, and it will be Medina who has it to Olivia Offart, and it is stolen by Valhalla, and they'll play it forward. Back to the defender, Maddie Murray. Foul on Valhalla, called by the official against Ada Nuka. It'll be a midfield free kick for Alexis Friedman with 35:40 remaining in this first half. 0-0 between Rhinebeck and Valhalla. Rhinebeck has dominated early possession. I mean, less than 5 minutes, you can't really give a possession, but if we had to, it would probably be 80-20, maybe 75-25. As this right here basically gives them 5%, as they just got the ball quickly, as we're approaching 5-minute mark here. Good battle there, won by Valhalla's Ortega against Maddie Murray. That was Catherine Ortega. It'll be out of bounds off of Valhalla. Medina will throw it in. She'll hand off. It'll be thrown in by teammate. Tough to tell on the far side. I think it was Englund. Sophia Englund. The dark clouds and the low numbers, wearing a mask. My glasses fogging, tough to tell some of these numbers. Not the Valhalla ones are clear, the Rhineck ones, they're decent. I've seen a lot worse, but just with everything. And that shot towards the goal, and it's scored. So Rhineck scores on the far side of the field, and it'll be 1-0 Panthers. And it was scored by Olivia Offworth. So Olivia Offworth with the goal, and it's 1-0 with unassisted. So Olivia Offworth strikes first, and it's 1-0 Rhineck. 5 minutes and 39 seconds in. Keeper was a little out of position there, and she can't make the save. It was a tough play. It was a cross that she got a fingertip on, but it was a terrible angle on the shot by Offworth. But it went off her glove and in the goal. She went to catch it. Instead, she probably should just punched it out, and instead it was a goal. And that shot is another goal, 2 in a row. Panthers score in 50 seconds. As that one was scored by Alexis Friedman. So Friedman scores right after Offworth scores, and it's so that was officially 6:11 in. The other one was 5:39. So that is 50 seconds. Or no, 40 seconds. 40 seconds. 2 goals, 40 seconds apart, and that's a Play of the Week nominee. 2 goals that quick on those 2 good shots. One was a terrible angle by Offworth, and the other one was that was probably 25 yards out by Friedman. It was a good pass. It was tough to tell who passed it to her. But Friedman makes it 2-0, and Rhineck is cruising here early. 2-0 lead off of 3 shots on goal. Past Langloss. That goal Langloss almost got to on a dive, but it was just too good. And the first one she should have had. That one, it was not her fault. That was a great shot. And first touch of the game for the goalie, Sophia Caparelli. So it'll be play here by Offworth. Foul on Medina. It'll be a free kick for Valhalla with 7 minutes and 40 seconds gone by. Subs are ready for Valhalla, and they'll play the ball forward. So they trail 2-0. Got a shot on goal. Caparelli's had a touch, but it wasn't a save as she just came up and picked up the ball. Rhineck towards the goal, but it goes out for a corner. So it'll be a corner kick for Rhineck. second corner kick of the game. 8 minutes and 55 seconds gone by in this first half. 2-0 on goals by Olivia Alforth and Alexis Friedman. Friedman's was a strike 25 yards away 40 seconds after. Exactly 40 seconds after. Might have been 1 or 2, but the clock stopped exactly 40 seconds after. And then after Alforth's first goal to start, Alforth's was a terrible angle. It was almost near where the far side official is now, but it's just a bad angle over there. And she's able to score it off the fingertips of the goalie, Langloss. It was covered in dirt already. A muddy day and that goal, and any diving save just covered in mud. Caffarelli's still pretty not dirty yet, as she has not been tested. She did it the second line on that throw and didn't realize she threw it all the way behind the second line, Melanie Esposito. The ref didn't correct her because technically it was fine. It was a good throw, and then it went far enough. It just went far enough past the regular line, but she was throwing it behind the line to keep us back and the fans. And Chris Lavinia, our cameraman, got the shot of her throwing it in, but it was literally where Chris is, down to the right, the same distance, and she didn't realize where she was throwing it, did the player on Valhalla. I think it's tough to tell. Played here by Angeline Medina. The pass will just stay in. Tracked down by Meyer. And the cross, nearly another goal, but it will stay in somehow. Ball staying in a lot for Rhinebeck, and that's a corner kick. It goes off. Third corner kick of the day for Rhinebeck. Sub has to wait. Friedman came off briefly. She wanted to come back in, and since she'll have to wait as it's a corner kick, because the second official stopped her. Towards the box, cleared by Valhalla, as they can't afford to let Rhinebeck score again. Already trailing 2-0. And they bring it forward to midfield now on the far side. Crossed. They're looking for their first shot on goal. To test Caparelli. But Rhinebeck steals it and Alforth plays it to Meyer. Ava Meyer plays it up to Sky Spencer. Sky Spencer crosses it. And the shot is scored! Rhinebeck scores again, 3-0. And the goal by Anna Murphy, assisted by Sky Spencer on the first assist, and the second assist goes to Emma Young. So Young gets the assist after she got the pass from Sky Spencer, and then Murphy scores the goal. Second goal, actually third goal, scored outside the 18 box. The first one was wide enough where it was outside the 18 box by Alforth. The second one was about 10 yards behind it by Friedman, and this one was just behind the 18-yard box. So about 20 yards and beyond for all the goals for Rhinebeck, as senior Anna Murphy scores the first goal by there's 5 captains listed, which is more than usual for a team, but she scores it 12 minutes and about 20 seconds in. So Rhinebeck has scored 3 goals in less than 7 minutes to open this game 3-0, as Valhalla doesn't even have a shot on goal. Picked up by Langloss. Alforth. offsides. Good call by the far official. She was offsides. He was lined up perfectly. And it's still 3-0 Rhinebeck with not even 14 minutes gone by. 13:45 left gone by in this first half. Out of bounds, just goes out. Sub for Rhinebeck, they'll make 2. Wait up. Right there. Wait up. Coming in for Rhinebeck. 3 players, including male Aubrey.
Good touch. Good, you're good.
Play, ball, play her.
You're good. Dribble. Nice, go. Got me back. Yeah.
And played to Murphy, the 3rd goal scorer. She has it. Friedman has it. She had the 2nd goal. And male Aubrey will throw it in. Throw it back. Back to for Valhalla, you just want to get on the board here. Get a shot on goal, too. I mean, team, they're 0-3. Only been able to play 3 games, and Rhinebeck has played 8. Had a couple postponed and canceled because of the COVID, but in this season and this year, just you want to try and win a game eventually, and you can build that up by getting on the board. You want to score a goal, especially in this first half. You know, cut it to 3-1. The first step is to get a shot on goal here. Stop letting Rhinebeck possess it so much in your defensive half. That's been the problem for Valhalla. I mean, to give up 2 goals in the 40 seconds is... To score 2 goals in 40 seconds is very tough to do. And that's what Rhinebeck did. To take the early 2-0 lead and added another, and it's 3-0. Not even midway through this first half. 23 minutes and 35 seconds left in the half. Off of Rhinebeck, and it'll be a throw-in. Offsides, another good offsides call by the official. Just got Medina offsides. She was, and second one. The official is doing an excellent job on the far side to catch offsides. I used to ref a little when I was younger, and it was pretty tough. It was much tougher than people think, but always the offsides calls were sometimes tough to make, especially when you're by yourself. These guys have 2, so it's not as hard, but I always ref games by myself, like younger kids. Usually like 12 and under. I was probably 16, 17. But for the far ref, he's got the offsides rule down perfect. But usually when it's just yourself, which today it's the 2 guys, it's much harder to do. But offsides in general is sometimes tough to call. But he's had them right twice already. Abby Holtman stops the Valhalla player in her tracks there. And that is Melanie Esposito, who played it to Medina. Medina steals it right in front of the goal. The goalie falls, and there's a collision between Medina. It goes off. And the Valhalla defender, Megan Lynch. And it goes off of Medina for a goal kick. So that was a... could have been a bad collision. Footing problem. And we'll have our mask break. So our midway point mass break. They do it here. 21:39 left in the first half, and we'll be right back after this mass break here on LMC Media. As it went off Medina after she collided with the defender, Megan Lynch. Good to see nobody got hurt, because that was a possibly dangerous collision. And this one will be played up by Valhalla. They play it back and towards the far side as Valhalla looking for their first shot on goal. Caprielli touched the ball once as she came out for like a rolling ball that wasn't a shot that she picked up and then played forward. Besides that, there's no shots on goal, and the first one is just wide of the goal by Valhalla as they had a shot, and their bench appreciates the shot there by by Natalie Barbato. Medina takes on 2 defenders and they stop her. Should be played up by Casali. And over to Esposito. Already starting to get a little dark here as we're not even at midway through the first half. With a cloudy day and the sun never really being out. Just a little blue sky up past the goal. Rhinex shooting out. The rest is pretty cloudy. They got a chance here. There's Valhalla. And it's just kicked out at the last second by Rhineck, and Valhalla gets a throw in with taken by UG. That's played by Madeline Zambrano. Intercepted by Rhinex Mel Aubrey. And stolen right back by Artega. Catherine Artega steals it, tries to play it towards the middle, but is stolen by Rhinex. So a lot of turnovers here by both teams. And it's played forward by Murphy, the last goal scorer in this game. Rhinex scored in a span of in the first 12 minutes, 20 seconds, they scored 3 times. In the first 6 minutes, 11, they scored twice. And that one is made. 3rd save of the day by the goalie Langloss on a shot by Medina. Cross shot. She was crossing it for Esposito or shooting it. And that one was intercepted rightly as on a cross by Olivia Offer. A cross shot went off the fingertips for the first goal. And then another goal was scored 40 seconds later by by Friedman, and that's how Rhineck scored their first 2. That one actually hit the post. So it hits the post and goes wide on the cross, and that'll be a goal kick for Valhalla with 18:15 left in this first half. Started with 40 minutes in the first half, but looks like the second half is only going to be, the ref told me they'll start with 40 minutes, but he told me about definitely might have to cut it short because of darkness. He was doing a game yesterday and they had to basically cut it short. As when he was leaving, he said it was almost like pitch black at 6:15 last night, and it was even darker today. But it looked like we were going to start with 35 on the clock, and they said to switch it to 40, and if they have to, they'll end the game early because of darkness. Game we did last week here, it was a 4-0 win over Blindbrook. They scored the 4th goal, and it was almost pitch black, and they ended the game a minute later. The 4-0 win for Rhineck, but that game basically ended in pitch black. And the other team we cover doesn't have this problem because they have lights. Mamaroneck, actually, shout out to Mamaroneck High School, the 4th ranked team in the nation for boys soccer. Mamaroneck High School, right now they're 4th in the country at 5-0. Team that number 1 from Ohio was like 16-0. Crazy that they played that many games in Ohio already. 16:40 left. Still 3-0 Rhinebeck here on LMC Media. Thanks so much for joining us live on YouTube, LMC Media, or on your LMC public access channels in Mamaroneck and Larchmont. So thankful to be live this year. The access that we have from our truck is this one to the middle, and the shot is scored. Floating goal scored by Melanie Esposito. She made a nice trap. I think Medina passed it to her. Yeah, Angeline Medina made a nice pass to the middle. She trapped it, and then Melanie Esposito trapped it, turned, and floated it over the goalie's head for the 4th goal of the game. Off the bench, Esposito scores 23 minutes and 53 seconds into the half, assisted by Medina on a nice cross. So Medina and Young have the 2 known assists so far. So as I was saying, we're very thankful we have our van that allows us to shoot live, because we're able to get the connection and to shoot the game live from the van that we pull up on to the field here and in Rhinebeck and when we have games in Mamaroneck. Blue van, you can't miss it if you see it around town. Make sure you wave to us. Rob will wave back if he's the one driving. There, it's also used by the other community filmers, people who shooting events throughout the community. They use the van often. The big LMC Media words on it and the play button logo. Yes, on it is the channel 75, 76, 77 Optimum, and channels 34, 35, 36 if you have FiOS in Mamaroneck and Larchmont. Really did a great job with it. When you see inside of it, it's amazing everything that's you can do in there with the regards to filming and shooting video and live, obviously. So still 4-0 here. Rhinebeck just playing a little keep away. Which when you have a 4-0 lead in the first half, it's not like you don't want to not score to make it 5-0. That would be all right. I mean, you're not running up the score up 5-0, but you want to keep the shutout intact for your goalie and just, pressure. But Valhalla steals it and plays it forward. If they're able to work in a shot, they probably will. Because they have it here. They play it wide. Can't imagine the halftime break being too long today, because they want to get in as much of the second half as possible, although it is 4-0. 13:40 left now in this first half. All Rhinebeck here on LMC Media. Website is lmcmedia.org. On Twitter, LMC Media Center. And on for sports, Rob Moretti's is at LMC Varsity. He finally, he had eclipsed 1,000 followers, I don't know, last spring. But a couple people unfollowed him, and Rob was down to below 1,000. He got back up, and now he's solid 1,009. So if he is 1,010th, if you're not, follow him on at LMC Varsity. As Rob gives you all the sports, and I occasionally chime in there as well, and he'll retweet me. But last tweet he gave the update how Valhalla was a little late. They didn't really come to almost 4:10, 4:15. Didn't really start warming up till 4:20. So we started about 4:38, and it's already almost getting dark here. I don't know, my prediction maybe 20, 25, 30 minutes max in the second half. Definitely not a full second half, probably. Ryanek just playing keep away here. Both teams looking to sub, but there hasn't been a stoppage in play in a couple minutes, so won't be able to do that. Stolen by Valhalla. It's good. We haven't had a lot of fouls, maybe 2 or 3 total, which is not much at all. So very clean game so far. Usually get that when it's 4-0, but you never know. Sometimes you don't. 10, not even at the, we're 11:30 left in this first half. Ryanek out possessing like 90-10 maybe. Especially with this keep away, they've outpossessed them even more when they started to keep it away after they scored the 4th goal. It was scored by Esposito, assisted by Medina with 23:53 into the first half. And that was at the 17:0. Actually, that was 16:03. It was 23:53, so 16:03 mark. And now that was less than, that was 5.5 minutes ago was the last goal. I haven't really had a shot since then. Actually, they had one, I think. One more. Besides that, they're just playing keep away. Starting to get a little chilly, you know. Although we've been lucky not have too cold weather this fall yet. I haven't had a really cold day in the fall yet. At all, which has been good. And the rain has stayed away for the most part too, so. Stolen by Esposito, the senior, who's getting a lot of playing time after she scored the 4th goal of the game. Plays it back. Esposito steals it. Pressure. Play on. And she steals it cleanly. Passes back to Alexis Friedman, who scored. 3 players all around that were Friedman. Actually, well, the 2 goal scorers were both playing. Medina has it. Looking back. Offer plays it to Esposito. Esposito has it here. She has an opening to Friedman, who scored the long goal a little. She had the ball basically about 5 yards back from where she scored her goal, the second of the game, really far. Supposed to be LMC Media and Rob for Sports live game tomorrow against North Salem in field hockey, 4:30 here, but the weather prediction is rain, and especially on the grass fields here, like I had said earlier, with the drizzle and the thing, we're afraid we were going to get a rain out today, but instead we played and we're good. And then, but tomorrow we may not, the game that's supposed to take place, probably, Radar Rob said probably will be rained out. So Rob's good with the weather as well. Valhalla has it. They're dribbling towards the goal from midfield. Stolen though by Friedman. Dribbling it up was Serena Gulati. Seven minutes, 45 seconds to go in this first half. Yes, it is still just the first half, despite how dark it might look on your camera screen, on your TV or streaming device. Only 5:15, but the darkness, it feels like 6 o'clock. play to the goal scorer on the Esposito, but stolen away. Getting it back was Friedman. Played back to Esposito, back to Friedman, and she'll play it all the way back to last defender Maddie Murray. Reinach will continue to play keep away as Angelin has it. She plays it to Medina. Medina saves it from going out, and Valhalla just keeps it. Nope, it goes out of bounds for Reinach. Throw in. And we get a sub here with 6:15 left in the first half. Can't imagine we'll have much of a break, but I'm sure they'll take a minute or two or three. Serena Gulati has it. She'll take a long shot, and it'll be first save of the game made by Caparelli, and she just wisely caught it and bounced it, made sure she caught it and bounced it right in front of her and picked it up. That's the first save for her, and a good punt to midfield as well by the junior goalie, Sofia Caparelli. Her first save compared to 4 for Langloss, but Langloss has let 4 goals in. That was a good shot by Gulati, Serena Gulati. She wanted just to take the first shot of the game for Valhalla, and she got it. But it was right at Caparelli, and she saved it, knocked it down right in front of her, bounced it, and then caught it. Stays in somehow. A couple balls like that so far. Maybe the wet surface and stuff, then the ball move on it. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in this first half. 4-0 Reinach. 4 minutes and 50 seconds from the two teams switching sides and finishing out this second half, and what will definitely be a dark second half. The reigning LMC Media Play of the Week was a goal by Olivia Offord, who scored the first goal of our game today. She scored the first goal of our game, and she scored a no-look bender on against Blindbrook last week, and it was the Play of the Week by Rob. Posted that 2 days ago on LMC Media Twitter. Possibly the 2 goals in the 40 seconds, depending what else Rob happens the rest of the week. Could be they could win it for the second week in a row. Could LMC? Could the girls soccer team from Reinach for the Play of the Week for LMC Media? The prestigious LMC Media Play of the Week used to have the varsity, the LMC End of the Year awards. Didn't have it this last year because of COVID, but year before, and they would have the award given out, and the winning player who had the winning play would get a nice trophy with a nice award they could display in their house. Pretty prestigious. All chosen by Rob. Actually, though, when the final plays are put online for the best of the year, they're voted on by you, the fans. So always a good way to settle it, because Rob chooses the best 4 or 5, and then they're voted on by the fans, and usually the players' teammates vote the most and that are allowed. There's 2 minutes 45 seconds left in this 4-0 first half. All Reinach goals. 5 minutes in, 12 minutes in, a minute after, 40 seconds after the first one, it was 6 minutes in, and then 23 minutes in the last goal scored by Melanie Esposito. And Reinach dribbles it here. Medina will get a throw-in with 2:20 left. Thrown in by Medina. She gets it back, plays it to Hoffman and Reinach will continue to work their keep-away game. Really outpossessing Valhalla a huge amount, 90-10. But this one's stolen by the Vikings just before midfield. Stolen right back by Reinach, out of bounds throw-in. Off of Valhalla though, so Reinach will get it with 1:40 remaining in the first half. Played back by Valhalla. Out of bounds by Reinach. Valhalla will play it forward, trying to get another shot on goal, which would be their second. Got a little brighter out there. 55 seconds to go in this first half. All Reinach still, 4-0. Ava Meyer plays it. Kicked forward by Megan Lynch. Cleared by her for Valhalla. As Sophia Englund has it. Friedman has it, 29 seconds. Stolen and played forward by Sophia Casali for Valhalla. And it'll be played by Reinach with 15 seconds left in this first half. Played by the last defender, Maddie Murray. She'll play it forward instead of back to her goalie, Cavarelli. And Reinach will play it out, keep away out to end the first. Half. So at the end of one half, it is 4-0. Reinach on goals by Olivia Offer, Anna Murphy, Alexis Friedman, and Melanie Esposito. So we'll be right back with the second half here on LMC Media. Back here on LMC Media, second half. We have 40 on the clock. Probably not going to get it all in as it's getting dark already. 4-0 lead for Reinach. It'll be Valhalla ball as the two teams have switched sides. And we'll see how many more Reinach will be able to put in. As after they scored the fourth, they were playing keep away for the whole half, really. They didn't really take another shot. They didn't want to score more than 4 in the half for good sportsmanship. And it's always good to practice possession and keeping the ball away from your opponent, which they were doing. Valhalla tried to clear it, but it goes off of their own teammate, but they get it right back. Goes out off of Valhalla, and it'll be Reinach throw-in. With 45 seconds gone by in this first half. Second half. It goes right past us. And it'll stop right in front of the van as it hit Joe's athletic director, Joe Carlucci. It hit his cardboard cutout they have there. That's funny. And his is between two ladies, the cardboard cutout, and it hit his perfectly. But it stayed in place. It kind of went back and forth and then just stayed in place, and it's like leaning forward a little. Funny how that worked out. 2 balls right next to us again, and then this one though doesn't hit any of the cardboard cutouts, and Valhalla plays it forward on the throw-in after they play it back. Another ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Reinach's. So we've had 4 throw-ins already, and we're only a minute and 40 seconds into the first part of this second half. Played forward by Valhalla. See how many shots they can get on goal. They just had the one as Serena Gulati took a shot and it was saved pretty easily by Sofia Cavarelli. Shutout is a shutout, so even if she only makes that one save or only one more or 2, still gets a shutout. I was a goalie in I had 2 shutouts in the playoffs when I made 9 or 10 saves against Edgemont, and I name was in the journal news next to my friend's name who scored the 4 goals in the headline. That was pretty cool. And then another one in the playoffs against Westlake. We got a couple more too in high school. Only played the 2 years and only won. I was a backup my junior year at goalie, so I only had half a shutout, and then that one. But getting a shutout is still makes you feel good when you're the goalie, no matter the amount of saves. Obviously, when you make more, it's much better. And it's in the playoffs too. That makes it more. As this shot will be skipped, and Caparelli will make her second save of the game. As that shot right on cue, she makes it for her second save on the shot by Salmon, Magnolia Salmon. Interesting name. Two saves for Caparelli after that shot by Magnolia Salmon. So Magnolia Salmon and Serena Gulati have the 2 shots for Valhalla. Cross by Valhalla, stolen by Reinach, and they'll kick it out they'll kick it forward. Stolen right back by Ada Naduka. She plays it towards the goal. Caparelli hesitates. Valhalla shoots it, and the diving save by Caparelli, and a miss. So a nice save by Caparelli. She hesitated on the cross. She stayed back. She made the save, and then the second shot by Anna Manfredi goes way over. So 3 saves for Caparelli as she made a diving one on a shot that was taken. It's tough to tell, but I think it was taken by Victoria Damiano. Might have been Salmon again, Magnolia Salmon. Nonetheless, she's made more saves this half than Langloss. Langloss has had no saves this half, and Caparelli's had 2 already, and the third one was a nice diving save. And after the diving save, basically a wide open net to shoot in for Anna Manfredi, because she got the rebound off the diving save from Caparelli, and instead she missed the wide open net and put it way high. So it's still 4-0, and Caparelli's shutout is intact with 3 more saves now, and she rushes to get it and beats Brosnan to it. Valhalla coming out with a lot of energy and getting the shots as they really want to avoid the shutout. And Reinach, they switched positions. Maddie Murray was playing last defender. Now she's playing forward for Reinach. Naomi Young is also at forward. So I want to give Maddie Murray, the senior defender, a chance to score, but they haven't had the ball on offense much. Stolen by Abby Holtman. Plays it across. Nobody is there for Reinach, and it is played by Brosnan for Valhalla, but she's long on it, and it'll be played on a throw-in for Reinach. With 34 minutes to go in this second half. All Panthers 4-0. But in the second half, Valhalla's had the 2 shots on goal, and if it wasn't for a spectacular save, not spectacular, very good, we'll say, by Sophia Caparelli, it would be 4-1. And the shot that was, I think, by Victoria Damiano. It was tough to tell, but played forward. Good ball there by Friedman, the second goal scorer of the game, as she was looking, but for Holtman, and Holtman's able to track it down, but then it's cleared by Valhalla. Played forward by the Vikings. And it is Manfredi who has it. She missed the chance to score on the rebound. Plays a good ball, though, and it is just knocked away by Sky Spencer. Played forward and out of bounds by Valhalla And Sophie Ramundo with played back by Rhineck, a little more possession for the Panthers, with almost 8 minutes gone by in the second half. Rhineck yet with a shot on goal in the second half after they had 8 or 9 in the first. And with the 4 goals, recap, Olivia Offert scored the first, 5:39 in, and then only what was it, 30, it was like 32 seconds actually. 32 seconds later, Alexis Freeman. Then Anna Murphy scored the 3rd goal, assisted by Emma Young. Then Melanie Esposito on a nice cross from Angeline Medina. 3 saves for Sophia Caparelli on this half. And that one played across. Valhalla has a chance to shoot it, and instead it is knocked away as Anna Manfredi had another chance to shoot, and Asa Catherine Ortega, but neither could get a shot off on Caparelli, as the diving save was made on Damiano, but the best chance for Valhalla to score was about 7 or 8 yards in front of a wide open goal after Caparelli made a nice save on Damiano. It went right to the right foot of Anna Manfredi and wide open net, and she missed it high. Had a chance to give them their first goal of the game, make it 4-1, and instead it's still 4-0 as right on cue Manfredi has it here. Anna Manfredi, oh, another diving save by Caparelli, a great one, and she robs Manfredi of the first goal for Valhalla, and she has 4 saves. So she makes a diving save on Damiano, gives Manfredi a chance to score. Manfredi puts it high. Then she has a shot near post, a really good shot by Manfredi there, and a diving save by Caparelli, her 4th, and she's already matched Langloss. Langloss has only had 4 saves herself, and she's given up 4 and none here, as Valhalla taking their time on their corner. 10 minutes gone by exactly now in the second half, as they play it short on the play towards the goal, and it's knocked high, and Caparelli will make the easy save as it hung in the air high, as Rebecca Ritter got the pass off the short corner. The short corner was taken by Valhalla. They gave it to Jordan Williams. She played across to Rebecca Ritter. She one-timed it in the air, popped it up, and it was caught by Caparelli, her 5th save. Another good pump by her, as the junior Caparelli, also star on the softball team. That one played in. Stolen by Rhineck for a second. Played forward by Rhineck to the defender, who's playing up forward, Maddie Murray, senior. And she goes forward with it towards the goal. Plays it back to Murray. And Mael Aubrey can't get it back as she loses it, and a push on the first foul of the second half by either team. And the defender, Megan Lynch, on the far side will play the free kick, but she'll kick it right to Rhineck, and Rhineck will play it forward with 28:20 left in the second half. Here on LMC Media, play to Maddie Murray from Offert. Thanks so much for joining us here on LMC Media alongside my cameraman Chris Lavinia and LMC Community Sports Producer and in charge of this game, the producer behind the scenes is Rob Moretti. I am Charlie McGraw. As Rhinebeck leads 4-0 with 27:35 left as they've played a very conservative approach to the game, keep away, and not many shots, mostly on purpose, but Valhalla has buckled down on defense, and they've gotten the 5 shots that Caparelli's all saved since that goal. 4 of them in this half. Only 4 in this half, amazing to think, have come from Valhalla. But Rhinebeck has also played their last defender as a forward, trying to get her a chance to score here as a senior defender. She picks it up as though it was a long shot, not really a save. And a good punt, though. She landed it right in front of the 50 and had to spin and rolled it. A perfect punt there from Caparelli, although it almost went to her teammate, but instead Valhalla gets it. And it'll be played up and thrown in by Jordan Williams to Rebecca Ritter. Plays it towards the box and cleared by Rhinebeck up from the defender Sofia Casali for the Vikings. Damiano has it. Shows Ortega, excuse me. Played up back to Lynch. Lynch far side. Tries to play it in. And Brosnan has it. Plays it in here. Back to Brosnan for Valhalla. Foul, another foul on Rhinebeck. It's 2 refs switch sides after the half. And Valhalla will have a free kick between their bench and the 18, and it was stolen right away as it was just short of the box and cleared and stolen up by Rhinebeck. So we have 25-20 left in this game, 4-0 lead. On a day where Rhinebeck got out to the lead and never put in doubt the fact that with the darkness issue coming and being a dark out, that there would usually they would play overtime, but today they would not have been able to because of darkness. But it won't be an issue as it's 4-0 Rhinebeck. And after 5 saves by Caparelli, it's still 4-0. A long shot towards the goal, and it'll be a skip, and a bounce to Caparelli, and she'll pick it up off the long shot by Rebecca Ritter. So a very easy save, but counts as a save. 6 for Caparelli. Sub 3 coming in for Rhinebeck, 1 for Valhalla. Throw in by the Vikings, and it goes out of bounds right in front of the Valhalla bench. It'll stay with Valhalla and Megan Lynch, and she'll throw it with 23:50 left. Starting to get pretty dark already. Maybe we'll get to the 10-minute mark, so it'll be a 70-minute game. The 40-minute first half, 30-minute second. They were going to do 2:35s, but the two teams just decided to do the 40, and then the ref told me that you could cut it short. They could cut it short if they have to. Lynch will throw it in again for Valhalla. And again. Valhalla with their 6 shots, 5 in the second half, doing all they can to try and get a goal to break up the shutout. Nobody wants to be shut out, especially when you were down 4-0, 23.5 minutes into the game. Reinach has done a good job not running up the scores. They played a lot of keep away then, and now an offside foul. Late foul called on Reinach right in front of the Viking bench, and it'll be a free kick for Valhalla with 22:15 left. Another short free kick for Valhalla. Played forward by the Vikings and played up by Reinach. Valhalla plays it towards the goal, a through ball pass, and picked up by Caparelli before it could be played. As that was a through ball made by Magnolia Salmon. He's looking for Damiano, who took the shot. That was the best save of the game. One of the best saves. The best save of the game made by Caparelli. Best save by either goalie. Caparelli has the shutout going, but she had on Damiano. She made a diving save, which gave the rebound to Manfredi, and then she put it high. But also Manfredi took another shot 10 minutes later, and it was saved near side on a nice play by Caparelli. She has 6 saves already. 5 in this half, as all the offense has been by Valhalla. All the shots taken by Valhalla in the second half, as Reinach has played a keep away and defensive. They have had their best defender at forward. They took her. They took her out. That is Maddie Murray. They had her, and the ball towards the box, and Caparelli makes another save as they were looking. Their 7th, and she cut it off to save as she ran out to get it. They were looking for Manfredi with a long cross in order to put it at the top of the box, and she came running into Caparelli, and she made the save. This is Friedman. Friedman has it, looking for Holtman. Holtman will get a throw in. And Friedman will throw it instead with 19:55 left. And it's getting very dark here at Reinach. It is 5:50. Thank you so much for watching us here on LMC Media. Quick break here. 19:40 left in the game. It's getting pretty dark. I think we'll have the final maybe 10 minutes. We'll have a COVID mass break for water, and a break here that they have every half now with COVID. So we'll be right back on LMC Media. Back here on LMC Media as we play 19:40 on the clock left here at Reinach High School girls soccer between the Panthers and the Valhalla Vikings. Reinach up 4-0 following the last COVID mass break here at this game, as there's 1 per half for boys and girls soccer this year. There is 19 minutes left, but we'll probably only get about maybe to the 10-minute mark, maybe 9 more minutes here because of darkness. Reinach just playing conservative and passing and keeping away. And that one's stolen by the Panthers on the far side. Picked up by Langloss. One of the only times she's touched it here, even as after she gave up 4 goals in the first half. She hasn't had much action here in the second half. Caparelli didn't have much action on her end the first half. They had one save for Rhineck. But she's kept the shutout intact. Play to Valhalla here for Manfredi. And she'll try and cross it, but it's knocked away by Rhineck. They have it here, and they'll play it forward to Friedman, who scored the second goal of the game. She has it, looking for someone to pass to, and she tried to get it to Ava Meyer. Stolen off of Valhalla. I'll throw it in for Rhineck, and it'll go out for the Valhalla, thrown right in front of us with 17:10 left in this game. Though we'll probably have a lot less because of the darkness. Free kick here. And the free kick taken by Valhalla in the box. It has to be cleared at the last second by Rhineck. Kept in and dribbled up and out for throw-in. They'll throw it in now with 16:40 left. Really getting dark out there. That one played forward by Valhalla, intercepted by Rhineck's Avi Holtman. .16:05 left on the clock, but probably at most 5 or 6 minutes. As it's 5:56 and getting darker by the second here at Rhineck High School. Played up by Valhalla. 15:20 left on the clock. Kicked out by Valhalla. And Rhineck will have a throw in. Alexis Friedman plays it. Far side, long kick forward by Valhalla. They'll play it up. Intercepted by Rhineck and played forward by Valhalla to Rhineck. As it's still 4-0 with 14:30 left. All 4 goals in the first 23:53 of the game for Rhineck, scored by Olivia Offert, Alexis Freeman, Anna Murphy, and Melanie Esposito. Last one was Emma Young had an assist on the 3rd goal, and Angeline Medina had an assist on the 4th and final goal. 14 minutes left on the board. Started at 4:38. We're supposed to start at 4, so might be 5 or 10 minutes short, which, since Valhalla got here a little late, that the difference of us playing a complete 80-minute game, I mean, obviously it counts no matter what, and with a 4-0 lead. Rhineck did a good job to make sure they got that 4-0 lead early, since they knew there would be no overtime. So that was obvious with how late we started at a 4:38 playing an 80-minute game. You know that with the darkness and what time it gets dark with no lights, that there would not be overtime no matter what. So Rhineck got out to an early lead as they scored 2 goals in the first 6:11. Never trailed, and Caparelli's 2 good saves. Never really chance to give it up. Kind of pulled back on a chance there, and Valhalla trying to pull him off sides, as there was an opportunity for Ava Meyer to maybe shoot right outside the 18, as all their goals were scored outside the 18. Even Esposito, the last goal by Esposito was scored outside the 18. Friedman was 25, 30 yards away. Murphy's goal was about 3 or 4 yards past the 18, and Offert's goal was well wide of the 18 and was outside the 18 as well. So it was a long goal. And long goals scored by Reinach on the goalie, as they're all 20 yards and beyond, which you rarely see. They didn't score one inside the 18-yard box is very rare. 12 minutes to go. Especially in girls soccer. Usually girls soccer you have a lot of goals scored inside the 18 box, but not today. Reinach scored them all outside. It's pretty good accomplishment. Also Caparelli with the 6 saves for the shutout. She's been great in the second half. She's made 2 very good saves, as Valhalla looking for that goal to score, and they had a chance, but the goal is shot is well high by Rebecca Ritter. She had an opening and about 10 yards short of the goal, and she shot it well high, and it was straight, and but it was well above the goal, and Caparelli didn't have to make her 7th save. 11:40 and counting. Probably only about 2 minutes left of darkness, as it's almost pitch black here. 6 p.m. Valhalla captain Sandoval Silva tries to play it up. Play towards the box. A nice play to get it out with her body by Reinach's Sky Spencer. Not have a handball, and we'll have a goal kick as it just went off the foot of Valhalla. So good job defending it. Knocked it out off her side of her body by Sky Spencer, and not have a handball with a 10:50 left. As it getting, we're about 5 minutes away from almost being pitch black here. Goal kick, good one taken by Reinach. Want to conserve Caparelli's shutout. She's played well enough that even if we fall 5-10 minutes short, it's still a full shutout because of how well she's played. I mean, she's made 6 saves, 2 really good ones on Damiano and Manfredi. The one on Damiano was really good. Diving save, low, knocked it wide. Gave them an opportunity to score right in front, but Manfredi missed it. Valhalla has it in the box, but the defense will preserve the shutout for now, and they do a great job to clear it up the field. Reinach with under 10 minutes now. Looks like the refs are all intentions to try and finish this one. As that one will be a low, about 25 yards out from Ortega, and it'll be 7th save for Caparelli. So goes above Langloss's 5 saves again. It'll be a throw in far side of the field for Reinach, taking their time with final 9 minutes now. Reinach has it. They go towards the goal. That is Engelin. It got even darker now. 8:40 to go. Guess they're going to finish this one. Really dark. Keep away. With the bright blue, Carolina blue jerseys, Reinach stands out, so they're easier to see. But with white jerseys, maroon numbers can still see decent on Valhalla. As they steal it here. Nearly had a chance, but it was kicked away, and it stops right before the flag. The wet grass has stopped because we had rain earlier. Some of the plays across towards the center, chested away, a long shot deflected, and a goal. So the shutout is no more, as it is a deflected goal scored by Rebecca Ritter, and she scores with 7:50 left. 7:55 left as she deflected it off the defender. She flicked it home, and it's no more a shutout for Sophia Caparelli, as it's now 4-1. And this one, don't know, that really should have ended the game, as it's getting way too dark out there. Almost to the point where it's dangerous. Really tough to see now. Thought a while ago they were going to call this one. So the ref had told me probably 70-minute game. They played more than that. And the cross. Quickly, Rhinebeck trying to make it another 4-goal lead, 5-1, but there's knocked away by Valhalla. So that unassisted goal, Rebecca Ritter, as it deflected off the last Rhinebeck defender and went past a diving Caparelli, but she had no shot at it as the deflection made it tough, and it's 4-1. Rhinebeck tries to make it 5-1 and a 4-goal lead again, but 6:40. Shocked we're still playing, as it's almost pitch black. That one goes wide, and it'll hit the van and the life tire. So it'll be 6:40 to go here. 6:30 left at Rhinebeck. 4-1 here on LMC Media. Thanks so much for watching us. I'm Charlie McGraw, joined by Chris Lavinia, our cameraman, Rob Moretti, LMC Varsity Sports producer, calling the shots in the LMC van that's parked right behind me on the field. The only thing that separates me and Chris from the van is the cardboard cutouts of all the Rhinebeck students and fans and parents that they have on the field here. Able to park the van there, and it goes right off the chest of the goal scorer, Ritter, out for a Rhinebeck throw-in with 5:50 remaining in this very dark sky field, as it's almost pitch black. This is one of the darkest games I can remember announcing, and I played a lot too. I don't remember playing in this dark. That shot is just wide. They tried to regain their 4-0 lead by a shot by, I think, Emma Young. Yeah, Emma Young shot that. Very tough to see with how dark it is and how far away they are. But Emma Young shot was well wide, just wide, a couple feet. And that one played in by Rhinebeck, as we have 5 minutes to go as we play on here, and a couple players offsides, and it'll be a free kick for the goalie from Valhalla, Allison Langloss, with 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Played in towards the goal, picked up by Langloss, as Abby Holtman couldn't get there to make it 5-1 Rhinebeck. It's 1-0 in the second half, Valhalla, as Rhinebeck scored all their goals in the first half. First 23-53. Rhinebeck scored 7:55 left on the unassisted goal by Rebecca Ritter that deflected off at the last second by basically off the back of the head or the back shoulder of Rhinebeck defender. Almost pitch black now, playing it forward. The shot is wide. It looked like Abby Holtman, very tough to see now. This one squirts around, kicked out by Valhalla, kicked out again. And the cross, the save made. Actually, that might have been, from what I heard, the teammates yelling, I think we have a couple goalies listed, so that the way they said it sounded like they said Natalie Barbato. So yeah, the goalie was Natalie Barbato. That was her 6th save. One of the best she's made too. Circumstances. And it's a free kick. I thought they were going to call the game there with 2:50 as it's almost pitch black. So we'll switch as we have a couple goalies listed that is not there, and with the COVID situation, they don't like us to really go over and get too close to the team. So we sometimes don't know who the goalies are for the opposing team. We have 3 goalies listed here. I thought it was the first one Langloss, but it sounded like they just shouted Natalie, so we'll give Natalie Barbato the saves, as it was the same goalie throughout for Valhalla. With the COVID situation, we don't do our post-game interviews, so there'll be no post-game interviews and no post-game stand-up. After I sign off here, that'll be the end of the game. Still 2 minutes to go. 4-1. Literally almost pitch black on the field. 6:10. We didn't start till 4:38 because Valhalla didn't get here till 4:15. Oh, 20, maybe 20 minutes away here from Rhinebeck. 1:30 left. One last chance for Valhalla to cut the deficit in half, make it 4-2. Less than half. Rhinebeck trying to clear it and just end this game, and they will clear it to midfield. It'll be played by Casali at midfield. She plays it to the goal scorer, Rebecca Ritter. Ritter dribbles. She shoots it from far. It's almost another goal, but it goes high, and Ritter can't end the day with 2 goals, as it's 4-1 goal kick for Sophia Caparelli, as that's with 50 seconds to go, the game will end. 4-1 win for Rhinebeck, barring any goals in this last 40 seconds. This clock continues to tick. And it'll be kicked forward and out of bounds, and a throw in for Rhinebeck with 28 seconds here. So Rhinebeck goals scored by Olivia Offert, Alexis Friedman, Anna Murphy, and Melanie Esposito in that order, assisted by Emma Young and Angeline Medina. And all in the first half, first 23:53. Rebecca Ritter had a goal, 7:55 left. It deflected off a Rhinebeck defender as a late penalty by Rhinebeck, 5 seconds, and that'll just end the game. So Rhinebeck will win 4-1. Caparelli had 7 saves and 6 saves for Natalie Barbato. So the final score, Rhinebeck wins 4-1 with 4 goals in the first half and 1 in the second from Valhalla. So Rhinebeck improves to 6-3. Valhalla drops to 0-4. Once again, for our cameraman, Chris Lavinia, and our LMC community sports producer, Rob Moretti, who was producing the game in the LMC media truck behind us. I'm Charlie McGraw saying thanks so much for watching, and have a great evening.